Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now welcome to our cacti and succulent plant polytunnel and yard update. And we'll start with the polytunnel. Before we go in there, we have our Euphorbia Triangularis that is growing remarkably well here. And I'll just take you around the other side here. That's our Euphorbia Triangularis, commonly known as the sticks on fire. I recently repotted it a couple of weeks ago now, and it's got loads of new growth, so it's coming into real healthy growth there. And I'm going to show you around the yard after the polytunnel. There's loads going on here, loads in flower and boosting in growth. So let's start off with the polytunnel. Now walking in here. And before I say anything else, we have some tomatoes and lettuce on the go that aren't succulents or cacti. But because we have so much space in the polytunnel now, we've took all the big fellas out for the summer. Then we might as well make use of it. So we're going to have tomatoes and lettuce on the way. So that's really good to have growing our own veggies. Now then, we'll start off in here on the little metal stand, and we have some seedlings down here of Corypantha and Lobelia. They're doing very well, and this, guys, I'm really pleased to say this is my Chamaesyrius, my very first cactus that I ever had. And some of you may remember that a couple of months ago, I should say, probably a bit longer actually, it came down with very bad mealybug, and I had to completely dissect it with rubbing alcohol, and I had to re-treat the whole lot as cuttings, and it is, look at that, making a remarkable recovery, and loads of buds on it as well. I actually did have another flower the other day, and there's more buds coming up there, so I'm very happy. That's making a remarkable recovery. And this is my other one, which is a longer stemmed variety of Chamaesyrius. As you can see, it has the longer stems than the shorter one, but that's doing very well too. Some more little plants about it. And we have a mixture of everything. Now on this here, we have a mixture of Chamaesyrius hybrids and Rhipsalis hybrids and Lobelia hybrids. So a mixture of everything. And these have been flowering on and off for the past few weeks. I've already made a few videos that I've put up of these beauties in flower. So if you haven't seen them, they should be on my channel, and lots there. And they often have sometimes coming to rebloom again later on in the year, so that's fantastic. But these are doing very well. And then here we have Lobelia hybrids again here, very good. This one sadly came down with spider mite, and I made a video only the other day on what spider mite damage looks like on cactus plants, because I'm often being asked. And guys, if you're not familiar with my wonderful friend Denise, please do go over and subscribe to Given to Grow. My wonderful friend Denise there, she has a fantastic video that she made on her spider mites, on her plant, on her cacti. She recently bought some beautiful new cactus plants, and they came down with spider mite. But she's got a brilliant macro video of them moving about on there. So please do go over and subscribe. Links up above. And so she has a lovely channel, and that's what gave me the idea when I saw this. I'll make a video also on the spider mite damage, because Denise was talking to me about it, and I was saying, I haven't really had spider mite for a while. And then the next day I noticed all these, but I've treated it with neem oil, and I have made a few videos on neem oil, but you can use horticultural oil or whatever works best for you. Neem oil isn't always legal in all countries, but I find that luckily here we were able to use it and it works very well. But stay tuned for future video when I'm going to be neem oiling again a lot of these in the polytunnel as a prevention. That's my Rhipsalis albipilosa that has the most beautiful orange flowers on it, but it hasn't flowered this year. But I repotted it because it needed a bit of a repot, so hopefully next year. But that's a beauty there. Loads of new growth coming up, and that one there is a Clyster Cactus Candelia. Loads of new growth, as you can see at the top, flourishing. And then at the back here we have our Tillandsia Cactifolia, which is a new addition. We had the other day we did a video on an unboxing of our new Tillandsias, commonly known as the air plants, and this one is actually called Cactifolia because it grows on cacti and it actually does in its natural habitat. So we have that there, fits perfectly on the stand. And we also have some Spanish moss as well we have hanging from the roof. I just gave it a spray this morning when I got it with rainwater. As you can see, it's dripping now with fresh rainwater, so that's going to be very good, letting it settle up there, so that's fantastic. Now then, let's start a little bit on the bottom. We have Honza's Bucarnia. That is gorgeous. And the little big, lovely, big round bulb cortex, as I say, is getting bigger and bigger. Very healthy. Lots of new growth on there. And here we have a mixture of euphorbias. A few different ones. This is a Euphorbia Su Danica. And this is all new growth from this year, guys. It's amazing. As I say, that's a perfect example of spider mite damage on there and how it's all knocked back as well. That was actually from last year. And then this has come up here. It wasn't actually spider mite, it's actually mealybug, believe it or not. It actually attacked the top and caused it to crust over. Thankfully, they've gone away, but this is all sort of the new growth that has come out since, so that's very, very good. And here we've got some crassulas, some jade plants here, and another crassula there, different varieties. And then on this table here, we have a mixture of many different aloes. And this table, we sort of dedicate the whole of this table to everything in the Liliaceae family, which is a mixture of aloes, gasterias, hawortias, and many other sort of hybrids as well of different ones. There's many different hybrids of aloes. So here we are. We've got a few here that we've grown ourselves from seed. This big giant is the traditional Aloe Vera, which is the most commonly seen one. And this is Honza's that he brought all the way over from Sweden. It's a beauty, guys, a big, huge monster of an octopus-looking aloe. But that's flourishing here. And then here, these are all what we grew, Aloe Arborescens that I grew from seed about possibly three years ago now, and this is doing really well. And this seed was gifted to me from my wonderful friend Rachel from Gardening at Douentza. So thank you, Rachel. The seed you gave me, these are the plants. They are unbelievable how huge they are. They're incredible. And we have Honza's Aloe Arborescens at the back there also. And this is almost overtaking the size of Honza's. It's incredible. That's his at the back there. And then we have this one, big mixture of all different aloe, nobilis, all different. I won't go into all the names because we'll be here all day. But there's basically lots of different types here. And this is a bulbi that has been flowering on and off here. Looks very much like an aloe, but it's not. But we've got it here because it's sort of similar. They all go together. Mixture of different aloes on here. And as I say, gasterias, hawortias, and a couple of sansevierias. Here, this one was gifted to us by our wonderful friend Nelly from Collection of Unseen Nature. So thank you, Nelly. It's settling in very, very well. And as I say, do go over and subscribe to Nelly as well. Collection of Unseen Nature. Links up above. She has some incredible videos on there of not only her beautiful, beautiful plants, but also incredible reptiles, spiders, and everything unusual. All nature related. So very unusual. She's a very amazing girl. So Nelly, thank you so much for this beauty. And as I say, guys, go over and subscribe as well. And here we have some little gasterias that we have grown, or I have grown, I should say, from seed. It's doing very well. I don't know if you can see there, but that's coming on well. These is a lovely big, not sure what type this is. It's a very large stemmed variety of beauty. And they're sort of coming to the end of their flowering, so I'm going to be pruning back the dead flower stalks on these. I usually leave them just in case they will produce seed or anything like that, but they're pretty much ready to prune off. So stay tuned for a video coming soon when I prune off the dead stems. I mean, everyone sort of knows how to prune, but I'll do a video of it anyway in case you are new to these plants and not quite sure what to do. And here a mixture of a selection of different aloes here. These are Adromistrus here, and another hawortia here. And these again was from Nelly, Agaves. They're doing very, very well here in the little aloe. So they're settling into their new pots fantastically. And a mixture here of many different ones. And agave here. Now, these are very, very good. Agave variegata here, doing amazingly. And here a mixture of everything, echeverias, and a mixture of crassulas as well, and kalanchoes, all doing remarkable. As I say, there's the most beautiful flower forming. This has a lovely flower, lovely pink corally coloured flowers. This one here, I think this is the one that's like a can't remember the name of this now, but I know it's one of the many ones. Just trying to think, I have got the name, but I just can't remember it. But anyway, this echeveria is the one that It's like frilly sort of edging around it, and it has a lovely big pink flower. A mixture of everything. And this one, guys, look at that. This is gorgeous. That has the most lovely corally coloured flowers with a lovely yellow in the middle. So stay tuned for future video when this beauty opens. Really good. And here you have a mixture again of lots of different succulents, kalanchoes, crassulas, sedums, and everything. Really, there's too many to mention, really, but basically a mixture of everything going on this table. So I'll keep it fairly short, because otherwise I'll be here for ages. Lots of flowers up on this one here, this Crassula. Absolutely gorgeous. Here, more Crassulas too. Look at that, look at the colour of that. This goes really red in bright sunshine. So this sort of goes a bit of a greeny colour during the winter months. And then this time of year when it gets loads of sun and light, it goes the most gorgeous pinky red colour. Gorgeous. This little unusual one here, I can never remember the name of this. This one is a Pediolanthus, Costa Rica. Very unusual. A friend gave us a cutting of this. It's just quite different, I have to say. And this beauty is from Karina Fifi on YouTube. And guys, if you're not familiar with Karina, please do go over and subscribe to Karina's amazing channel as well. She has some absolutely incredible plants on there. Orchids, succulents, and beautiful, beautiful plants. And African violets as well. Beautiful. And she is the most loveliest person. Do go over and subscribe as well. She has a lovely, lovely channel. So this Karina, as you can see, is absolutely flourishing. Look at that. And this has been flowering for absolutely weeks. What a beauty. And here, a lovely variegated Crassula jade here. Lovely variety. And here we have some seedlings of Pinot Cereus that I grew myself from seed back in 2015. Yep, 2015. And these are sort of doing okay. Sadly, I lost a few. I don't know why, they just seem to be drying up, even though we're not overwatering or underwatering, but apparently they are very difficult to grow from seed long term. So from what I've heard from other growers, so if that could be the case, keeping my fingers crossed these are going to be okay. And here we have a mixture of Epiphyllums and Selenicerius and all this sort of more epiphytic type of cacti. And keeping these all together is much easier when it comes to the watering, because we keep these a lot more moist and we spray these practically every day to keep the humidity on these higher than the desert cacti, especially as the weather has been so hot lately. And this is why I'm actually filming this video. So if it is slightly dark in here, I'm having to film this video very early in the day because it has been so hot here in Ireland and the UK lately. But every time I've tried to do an update, I've gone in, it's been so sunny, it's just been whitewashed, even though I've adjusted the camera settings. So hopefully you should get better picture now while I'm early filming this before the sun comes out. And here we have Periosciopsis, and there's quite a few at the back here. Me and Honza are not into grafting plants, but we just love Periosciopsis, and we bought these as a few cuttings, but they're getting massive. Look at that, guys, they're amazing. And then we have a few Prescias, Godsephianas here that have the lovely sort of red outer, peachy coloured leaves, goldy coloured leaves. And yes, these are cacti, guys. Might be hard to believe, but they are cacti because they have areoles, even though they look so much like just not even a succulent. These look actually more normal, like a normal plant, but yep, they're cacti. And Pinot Cereus, more here, a few different types of Pinot Cereus as well, and just a selection of everything. Trying to think of anything I could pinpoint out. This little Hatiora here is absolutely gorgeous. This was also gifted to me by Rachel, Garnet de Wentz, and it's just the most adorable little thing. It's amazing. And then here we have a mixture of Kalanchoes, and here Kalanchoe Plossfeldianas. These have been flowering since Christmas, guys. I'm not joking you. I got these at Christmas time and they're still flowering now in July. They're amazing. The flowers die back and they keep coming up and up and up. Gosh. And this gorgeous as well, Kalanchoe here, and these are a mixture of the commonly known as the mother of thousands plants. We have the Kalanchoe tubiflora, and then here we have the Kalanchoe degremontiana, And also then here we have a hybrid between the two here, which our wonderful friend Olga from Olga's Dreamland gifted us. And if you're not familiar with Olga as well, do go over and subscribe to Olga. She's a lovely, wonderful friend of ours as well, a lovely girl too. And she has some beautiful cacti and succulents growing in Greece. And also our wonderful friend Marina, who we discovered from also Olga. Please do go over and subscribe to Marina's channel. Links up above also to Marina. She has an amazing collection of cacti and succulents in Greece. Also, she lives in Athens and Greece. So hi Marina, and please do go over and subscribe. And links up above as well. And here more mixture of kalanchoes of different types. Now here we have all our Apuntias, and we have quite a few different selection of Apuntias of many different varieties here. Here we have some young ones and some old ones, and we have a couple of, just show you these first, of Apuntias here that we have. This one is the Austrocylindria clavaroides, and I'm going to be repotting that into a slightly bigger pot, into a clay pot. This is quite an unusual variety, so I'm going to make a video when I do that, so stay tuned. These are some seedlings here of different types of, these are actually Neobuxbamia polylophus. Some of the names, I have to say, guys, I am stuck at pronouncing, even after all these years. And these are some Mammillaria seedlings here that I've been growing since last year. They're doing very well. The reason why I've got sand on the top is to keep the moss down, because moss can be a bit of a pain on seedlings, and also them annoying fungus gnats. I find if I sprinkle the top with sand, it keeps them at bay. Now back onto the Apuntias. And as I say, loads here. There's none in flower. Apuntias aren't the easiest to get to flower. We've had a few flower in the past for us, but nothing so far this year. But there is lots and lots of new growth, which is very, very good news. I just walk along here, guys. And I'll just show you. Now, yep, we have got loads of new growth going on all the Apuntias, loads of happy new pads forming here. And but we've got a mixture of many different types, as I say, from some of the mini Apuntioids, like these, for example, into some of the larger ones, and the Tephro-cacti. And these we grew ourselves from seed. They're doing remarkable. All different varieties here. And then here, go back onto here. Now we have my Schlumberger truncata, which is an old plant here. The cactus here is probably about 6 years old. The reason why I've got him slightly under the table is he was getting a bit too much sun. I had him outside for a bit and he was going a bit yellow. But I've repotted him and put him under the table slightly, so he gets more shade there, and he's greening up a treat. So he's looking much better. And here we have, now we have had, these three here, Honza's echinopsises, and guys, you ought to see the flowers on these. This one here has been in flower, and I have made a video of this beauty in flower. I don't know if it's been uploaded by the time I put this video on, but if not, stay tuned, because I filmed it and it's going to be on soon. It is breathtaking. 3 big, beautiful blooms, and they smelt like heaven. Oh! And look at the buds on this other one. This is Echinopsis subdenudata, and that's possibly going to be flowering in the next couple of days or so. And as I said, what is remarkable about this cactus here is the buds. These 2 buds are white-tipped, and these 2 buds are pink-tipped, but it's actually the same plant. It's multi-headed. But isn't it incredible how you get the 2 different colours, like the white buds there and the pink buds? When they open up, they're all going to be the same colour, but it's just quite strange. I did it last year as well, and quite remarkable. I have a few mixture of many different Echinopsis type of cacti here, and there's a flower bud forming on this one, which is exciting. A lovely big flower bud forming on my mini subdenudata. As you can tell, it's a bit yellow. It needs repotting. And the reason why I haven't done it just yet is that I want to wait till it stops flowering. If you repot a plant when it's in flower, coming into bud, I should say, especially with Echinopsis, they drop the buds as fast as lightning, so you have to be very careful. So I'm going to pop that little beauty up when it's after it's flowered. We have a mixture of many different types here, small ones, big ones, all in flower. This we've had the Gymnocalcine Baldianum in flower here. This was a lovely red flowering one here, and this one was a beautiful pink one. And this is Honza's Gymnocalcium, and it is flowering for him for the very first time, so we're really excited. We hopefully should be able to correctly ID it when it once it flowers. Beautiful pale pink flowers getting ready to open there, and they did open yesterday. Well, if you hear that noise, it's the dog up the road. This squealing noise. Yep, lovely pale pink flowers. It opened yesterday and it's closed during the night. As I say, it's very early in the morning at the moment, but they will open up fully, so stay tuned for a future video of this beauty. And as I say, this Echinopsis mammilosa has been flowering also, and it has formed a lovely seed pod. So hopefully, last year it formed a seed pod and then it fell off, but hopefully it should stay, because it'd be great to get seeds from this beauty. And as I say, a mixture of Echinocactus and here everything, Ferrocacti at the back, and here is a Pachypodium. That's the one. This is Honza's Clyster Cactus. This has beautiful orange flowers on it, and I think that is actually a little flower bud forming. It looks like it to me. Honza's going to be very, very happy, because he was looking for flower buds on this and there was no sign of it this year, but I think that's a flower bud forming. That's literally just appeared since yesterday, so that is good news. And here, I'll show you here what we've got here. We have got a mixture of Ferrocacti and a few different types here. As you see, we've got all the Ferrocacti together, and then here, yep, Ferrocacti, and here we have Parodia Magnifica, and it is truly magnificent, multi-headed specimen here, flower buds forming, and also on the pups, which is really exciting. And that's Honza's. Honza's got flower buds coming on it as well, and they like being together. And what is quite remarkable about this plant, it's absolutely one of the most beautiful cacti, I think, even out of flower, because of the beautiful arrangement of how the hairy areoles come on. It's just the most beautiful pattern of a cactus. It's so stunning, and it's a very easy plant to grow as well, as long as they're kept cool and dry during the winter and they're not overwatered. And they're very easy to get to flowers. It's a good beginner's plant, and I will, when I get 5 minutes to sit down, do a little video on good beginner's plants for growing cacti. If you're new to growing cacti, there's some that I'd really recommend you start with that are easy to grow and get to know, and I will make a video probably in the next couple of weeks on beginners plants for beginners cacti plants to start with, but just have been so mega busy lately. Obviously this is a busy time of year with all the plants and everything like that. And here we have a mixture then of, this is a lovely Raybutia perplexa. This didn't flower for me this year, which is a bit of a shame, because it didn't last year either. I'm not sure why, because it's putting up loads of new growth. But then again, sometimes they like to take a bit of a rest, like all of us, and they probably will flower next year. And look at that, and there's a lot of things have been flowering. As you can see, there's the remains of the flower buds left behind there, the dead flower heads, I should say. And then look at this, is another one of Honza's Echinopsis, and that has got 2 big buds on it, so that's going to be amazing when that flowers too. All exciting. And this beauty here, this Lobelia, has been the most incredible bright orange flowers on it, and I have already made a video of this, so it should be on my channel. Absolutely breathtaking. So we've had so much in flower, but now this is exciting, guys. To show you this is a Clyster Cactus fulbis corda, and just look at that for multiple buds. This is a new cactus that we got this year from our wonderful friend Bill, who runs the Belfast, the Northern Ireland branch of the Cactus Society. And this was one we bought from the Cactus Society that was Bill's. And look, Bill, if you're watching this video, you will see how many multiple buds are on this, the fulbis corda. So we are very excited to see this in bloom, because these flowers are quite unusual in the sense they come out in like a tube shape. They're quite wacky, but look how many buds there are. I mean, that's incredible. So it's going to be very exciting to see, so stay tuned for a future video. And by the way, guys, I am now on Instagram at long last. People kept saying to me, why aren't you not posting anything on your Instagram? Well, the reason being I didn't have a smartphone. And I'm sure, guys, I'm one of these people who has smartphone phobia. I put off buying a smartphone for so long because I'm not up on technology, and I'm very slow like that. So I just use my old phone just to text and ring. But I really wanted to have Instagram, so I bought a phone only the other week. So go over, I'll put links down below to my Instagram in the about section of this video. So if you're on Instagram, do go over and follow me, and I will follow you back, because I love love seeing other people's plant photographs. I love it. And as I say, I'm very new to Instagram, so bear with me. I'm just treading on it slowly just to get used to it, but I'm loving it so far. So it's going to be great to share all the flowers on there over the next few weeks. And as I said, this mammillaria has been flowering. This is the Unpico that's been flowering on and off as well. And lots more buds coming up, as you can see here. It is looking remarkable. Mixture of everything. We have mellow cactus here. The little buds coming up, the little flower buds coming up on there too. This one is an Idria columnaris, which is the lovely little cordex. This one is the Testudonaria elephantypes, and that has a rest during the summer. It's a winter grower. And this is the old vine that dies back in the summer. And in the winter, this suddenly shoots up into a vine. It's quite wacky. This is our Ocotillo plant, and this is the crown of thorns variety, and it has the lovely little pink flowers on it. So that's beautiful there. He's doing well, loads of new growth. But I think I'm going to overwinter him in the house this year. I had 3 of them, and unfortunately they died back in the winter. And I think it's because they don't like to be kept really below 10°C. Keep the polytunnel about between sort of 4 and 7, usually around the 5°C mark. And I think it's a bit too cold for this fella, so I'm going to keep him in for the winter. Now, these are Lobelia seedlings that I have grown from seed. This seed was from Olga, from Olga's Dreamland. And look at that, Olga. You will not believe these Lobelia seedlings now. They're amazing. And there's a puncheous seedling that got in there, the little seed there, little interloper. But he's happy there, so I've left him with the Lobelias. He seems to be doing well. So thank you, Olga. You'll see how well they're doing. And here we have some Matucana cacti here in bud. There's my one there, big bud. There's Honzas there, three flower buds coming on it. And then we have the Lophophoras, and we have a selection of many different Lophophora. And these have been flowering on and off. As you can see there's flower buds all on these Lophophoras. Never have I had so many in flower all at the same time. So, as I say, if it was later on the day, these would all be open. But because it's early, they're still closed. But as I say, because of the lighting, I have to film this video early before it gets too bright in here. There's a mixture of everything here, and that's a good example of how cacti, this is an Aztecium, and it's recovering. It had spider mite a couple of years ago. It's a very, very, very slow growing cactus, one of the miniatures, and I've had this for probably about 25 years, possibly even longer. And it is very slow growing, and it's just got, you see where it's cracked open over the past few years when it's recovered from its spider mite damage from a couple of years ago. Thankfully, I don't get spider mite too often, but as I say, if I find neem oil, if I use it regularly, does prevent a lot of pests, but it's just been getting to the habit of remembering to use it. And then Pereschia, Godseffianas here, and as I say, these are cacti. You'd never believe it, but they are. And then here on the stand we have some Trichoceros pachanoi seedlings growing well there. I have my string of pearls plant there also. Some more seedlings, Clyster Cactus eugeniensis. This is the Pereschia Godseffiana. We are growing for Josh, for the Growing for Josh project, and that is growing very well here, very happy plant. And Draciana here. And this one is not doing too good. This is I think Stetsonia, and I don't know why it's sort of gone a bit dry brown at the sides, but we repotted it, and this is Honza's baby he brought over from Sweden. The roots are fine, and it seems relatively healthy. It just seems to have been a bit of scarring on it, but other than that, I think it's okay. It's recovering. This one is Honza's Coleus plant. It's not a succulent, and neither is this one either. But they are doing very, very well, and flourishing. In fact, they're beautiful here. They've got absolutely gorgeous. As you can see now here. Last but not least, I'm just going to show you the hang. Oh, let me show you the back, the big tall boys. Here we have. Oh gosh, guys, look at that! Talk about multiple buds. This is Honza's Parodia Lenin, and it has never had. Well, according to Honza, never had so many big multiple buds in all of its life. So that is going to be bursting with flowers over the next few weeks. Multiple buds. That is absolutely beautiful, and it's a gorgeous cactus. Look at that. Look at all the pups at the base. And these are cuttings. We've got 2 cuttings hanging up, which we hang up from here because it's not only does it help to dry, it gets plenty of ventilation around the base to dry up to form a callus, but it also does encourage the plant to send out roots in the meantime while it's callusing over. And as soon as they root over, as you can see there, then we pop them up in a very sandy cactus mix to encourage it to carry on rooting. So they're sort of drying up. Now this is Honza's huge Trichocereus cactus that is 44 years old, that he has grown from seed, and it's massive. It's about 8 foot, guys, and it would be even twice that size if it wasn't for Honza has moved when he lived in Sweden 3 different times, and he had to cut back this plant. He probably would be about 20 foot high otherwise. But that is a giant, as you can see. Incredible, specialty group from seed. Wow. And this is a Pachycereus pringlei, which is 5 feet high. It's taller than me, and that has grown humongous over the years. That's many years old. And as I say, I'm going to show you now the epiphyllums and the schlumbergers we've got in the hanging baskets. Now start off with this is the Rhipsalis, and that is flourishing. I did a few videos where I've made a lot of repotting into the hanging baskets, and they're really settling in well into the hanging baskets. They seem to be really coming on well. It's nice and green and happy. And here we have the orange Brazil Schlumbergera, and I'm very pleased to say it has a seed pod on it. So I'm going to be still a little bit firm. I'm going to be harvesting this probably in the next couple of weeks when it goes a bit softer. So stay tuned for a harvesting seed pod video when I do. Now here's a few mixture of epiphyllums. As I say, they have been flowering on and off, and I have made a few videos, but they're sort of settling down now, mainly putting out new growth, lots of fresh leaves. And here is the Rhipsalidopsis. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Rhipsalidopsis here, and that has been loads of new little leaves coming on it now as well. As you can see, lots of new leaves now. It's stopped flowering. It's been flowering for weeks. And this is Schlumberger truncatus, a mixture in there in the basket. And here is a Schlumberger so it's Rhipsalidopsis, a selection of different Rhipsalidopsis in there as well. We have, so they've all stopped flowering now and they're sending out new growth. This one here is a little Sedum Morganianum. I put this into a little hanging basket, and that is getting much healthier, looking far better. More epiphyllums here as well, and more. And this is the epiphyllum commonly known as the zigzag cactus because of its amazing leaf arrangements there. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting this one and this one back outside into the yard with all the other hanging baskets. Me and Honza went and got a couple of more plant hooks, so we're going to be putting them out there in the fresh air. Now I'm going to show you the yard, and that's the polytunnel done. And now we start off here with the yard, and these are our daturas that Honza has grown from seed, and I got to say, they're absolutely incredible. And you know, when the sun gets really hot, they give off an amazing smell, and it actually just smell like marijuana. I think the neighbours must think we're standing out smoking or something, but it does give off a strange smell. It's actually quite nice, but it's the smell of the leaves that it gives off. It's quite remarkable and quite funny, but they're beautiful plants, and they've been flowering on and off. As you can see, that's the dead flower there, but there's loads of buds. And as I said, they're not succulents, but they're beautiful plants. That's the flower there. A little bit like Brusmansia. They really are beautiful. And these were gifted, these seeds were actually gifted us from Olga's Dreamland again. So Olga, just look at these daturas now. They are amazing. They're very beautiful. I'll just show you the seed pod underneath. Look at that. It's almost like a horse chestnut the way it goes. It's incredible, isn't it? beautiful seed pods. That's very exciting. I have my epiphyllum, so I have my carnivorous plants outside here to get some fresh air. And then here we have some Pelagonians, and they're in absolutely beautiful bunches of gorgeous pink flowers. They are so beautiful. Look at them, guys. They are really, really gorgeous, and they're doing very well. And we have this here is one of the scented geraniums that also Olga gave us. So Olga, you've been very generous. That is doing remarkable here. Here we have some of the cereus that Honza's propagated. He trimmed his cereus plant that was leaning over and propagated it. This was the one that he had that he propagated, and it's doing very well. So he's going to do an update video on that, so stay tuned for that, guys. And here, this Trichocereus is one Hans also grew from seed. Look at it. It's remarkable. Now, guys, this is a Clyster Cactus, Samapatanus, and it is multiple budded. And I'm very excited about this because never has it had so many buds in all of its life. So I've had it for a number of years, but just look at that. It's packed with so many buds. New little stems forming on the top as well. It's going to be very exciting when I see that. This one is Honza's plant that when we moved house last year, it fell over and cracked. And it has got new stems forming, so really excited about that. And here we have new little pups forming on the base of Honza's Trichocereus pachanoi cactus. And here loads of new growth. So there's so much going on, guys. Very, very exciting. This is the Trichocereus grandiflorus, absolutely packed to the hilt with buds. So that makes the most incredible display when that flowers. So that is very exciting to see. And here we have a lot of our tall cacti that we have normally in the polytunnel that we overwinter in the polytunnel. Have them out for the summer. Just look at that bud on the Trichocereus pachanoi, guys. I mean, this is a Trichocereus pachanoi times scopicola, I think. I bought it as Trichocereus pachanoi some years ago. Well, many years ago, about 25 years ago. Definitely over 20 years anyway. And I think it's more of a scopicola Trichocereus by the ribbon of it. But look at that lovely big flower bud. So that's going to be very exciting. Also, flower buds as well on the scopicola there, as you can see. Loads of new pups forming on many of the cacti that sadly fell over and got damaged during the house move last year. But everything's making a fantastic recovery. Big tall cactus, that's the Basilio Apuntia brasiliensis, and that normally has beautiful yellow flowers on it. But because we had to overwinter it inside the house in the kitchen of all places, because it was too tall for the polytunnel, it was kept warmer than ideal for it, and I'm not sure if it's going to flower this year. But other than that, it's healthy. It's got loads of new shoots. Now here we have some of the hanging baskets. Here we have another Rhipsalis Barter cactus. Recently repotted this into a hanging basket, and it is flourishing. It loves it there on the washing line. Gets loads of fresh air, and it's kept well watered, because they do like to be kept well watered during the summer months, especially the epiphytic rainforest type of cacti. They don't like to be kept too dry, so that's loads of new growth, and that's very happy and healthy. And then here we have my Hoya linearis. Excuse the wall, it's not the most attractive there. It's coming from one of the pipes, I think. I'm not quite sure. It's like a rust mark, but might put a few more hanging baskets to hide that, so sorry if it's not the most attractive. But we have our Hoya linearis here as well. Recently repotted that into a hanging basket. That's doing well. This is the Rhipsalis, commonly known as the Mistletoe Cactus here, and that I recently repotted too, and that is settling in well. See loads of happy new growth as well forming on that. I'll just show you the new growth, as you can see there. And then we have some agaves, which we've got here, all outside. These do well outside this time of year, and a mixture of everything really. This one is a lovely wisteria, which Hans is going to be planting into the front garden, so stay tuned for that. And Echinopsis multiple-headed. Here we have our oaks and acers and everything we've been growing from seed, a mixture of everything, different types of oaks from different parts of the world. And just show the differences, this is an oak from Berlin, and look at the different shape of the leaves, and compared to the oak from England and the oaks from Killarney here in Ireland. So different types, even though they're all oak trees. This is Euphorbia. forming seeds there, which is very exciting. This is my little apple tree that I also grew from seed about 11 years ago. And that is doing remarkable. And here, more epiphyllums out here. And you wait till I show you this in a minute, guys. Now here we have some chlorophytum in hanging baskets. These are doing very well out here. I had them in the polytunnel and they were getting too much heat and sun. As you know, they're like a bit more shade. So this is better for them out here. This is another Rhipsalis. This is Rhipsalis pilocarpa, and that's doing well in the hanging basket too. Here we have a mixture of everything. Now these are my monkey puzzle trees that I have grown from seed. I recently repotted these and they are settling in well. Here's a Luckenbergia. Gosh, how I remember all these names, I'll never know. A Luckenbergia, again, this looks like an agave, but it's actually a cactus. And that had a bit of a dry back at the ends. They do sort of go like that in their natural habitat, so I'm not too worried. But since I put it outside, it's been covering very well, so that's good. Here, a mixture of different types of sedums. I like to use crystals and stones around them. This one here, I'm very happy to say, has got a lovely flower bud on it. And now wait till you see this, guys. Doo-doo. This is gorgeous. Now this is my Clyster Cactus winterii, and I recently put it into a hanging basket, and loads since I did. Look at all this new growth here. Unbelievable. It is really happy, loads of buds. But look what opened up today, guys. The first flower actually opened up the other day, and it's been flowering for a couple of days, this one, and then this one opened up this morning. So I'm so happy because I can include it in the update. It is just truly beautiful. Look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful cactus, and it grows into a remarkable hanging basket over time as well, so that's a beauty. Now there's all the outdoor succulents, a mixture of sedums here, and lovely flowers there. And these are all sort of crystals and rocks that I found when I've been walking the mountains here in Ireland over the years, so they look lovely. And these shells were actually from Greece. They're from our wonderful friend Olga, who gifted us some shells. So as you can see, Olga, they're lovely on the wall here. Here more sedums, and I have to apologise for this really long video. If you're watching it all the way through now, then oh my god, you're amazing. Because I cannot keep this video any shorter because there's just so much happening at the moment. Look at that lovely flowers on that also. And this is the other Clyster Cactus. This one is the Collody monocis, and really happy to see flower buds as well on this, so that is gorgeous. And this one is the same, similar to this one as well, but this one has the more white, longer hair, and this is the one that's commonly known as the monkey's tail cactus because of its lovely white fur. And over the years, the bigger it gets, the older it gets, the more white fur comes from it. It's incredible. It just feels just like hair, which it is. But it's incredible to think that a plant can produce hair almost like a human or an animal can. It is quite remarkable. And here we have more epiphyllums there, and here we have a poro cactus in the hanging basket, all on there here. And then we have some Schlumberger, Buckley's, a mixture of cuttings from different types of plants all here going well. This was from Shane Walsh, and these have settled in really well into the hanging basket here. And the true Christmas cactus is the one with the rounded scalloped edging, which this one is. So thank you, Shane, doing very well indeed. And more dragon fruit, Hylocereus here. And these are lots that I've had this one for a number of years, but look at the new growth on it. This is literally just appeared in about a week because it's been put outside and repotted, and the difference is just remarkable. Look at that new growth. Another Rhipsalis here as well. And this one here is also doing very well. This was gifted to me by my friend Susan, who lives in a beautiful seaside resort of Tramore in County Waterford here in Ireland, where I used to live. And this was one that she grew herself from seed, from a fruit, a dragon fruit, and that's growing fantastic. I mean, look at that, Susan. You'll see that's loving it being outside. I'll see all this new growth as well. And this is the one I grew from seed 2 years ago now, and this is doing very well. I recently put it into this into the hanging basket, all new growth here too. And as I say, dragon fruit Hylocereus do like to be kept warmer in the winter time, a minimum of about 10 to 12 Celsius. So these I overwinter inside the house, and they are large plants, so I probably will have to overwinter them on a plant stand inside the house. it's better to be safe than sorry, and rather than losing plants to the cold. But they're gorgeous, aren't they, guys? Well, that's the yard anyway. And as I say, we do have a front garden, but I'll let Honza, Honza includes that in his channel because that's his big baby. He's done an amazing job of the front garden. So go over to my wonderful fiance Honza's channel. I don't know whether I'll have enough links left to put above, because I think you can only put 5 links. So if I haven't got enough at the above, his channel will also be down below, so do go in the about section, do go and subscribe to my wonderful fiancé Honza, family of cacti and other beauties. He includes a lot of the plants on his channel also, and he's got an amazing revamp of the front garden, of our front garden, so I'll let him cover that for you guys. So that's it, and thank you so much for watching. As you can see, we have a lot of plants inside the house as well. But what I'm going to be doing is filming the indoor cacti and succulent and houseplant update and show you our indoor collection over the next couple of days. So probably in 2 days' time, I'm going to put the indoor houseplant collection update on. I just don't want to put 2 on at the same time because it is a long video, guys. This one anyway. So if you've watched it this far, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support and your comments and your likes. I cannot thank you enough. And as I say, if you're on Instagram, which most of you are, do go over and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and links to my Instagram will be down below. And bear with me because I'm new, new to using it, and I'm even new to using a smartphone. I'm so behind, guys, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Thanks so much, guys. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power, as always, from Ireland. And until the next video, bye.